Welcome back to another episode of Barbie Dolls of the Week. So last time we went over the first 10, 12 years of the Asian friend of Barbie, Kira, Miko, Dana, Becky, Nikki, etc. Today I want to do part 2 of more Asian dolls as we go through the history of that friend of Barbie. And like I said, under the various names. So we left off with a little bit of confusion, and I want to clear that up today with these two dolls here. So I've now done my history checking again and research, and I found out that this is Glitter Beach Kira from 1992. So she's in this kind of peachy orange, and I just have always loved this. The jewelry is fun, although can't imagine swimming in that. And the bathing suit, and of course she's just a beautiful doll. That's one of the reasons I really like the Asian dolls, is they just are so beautiful. Now, I would say that some are more beautiful than others, just like people, and it depends on how they're, put together and their makeup and everything. So, for instance, this one, who is Sparkle Beach, so they're actually 3 years apart. Glitter Beach in 92. Then you have Sunjul Kira, who I don't have here with me right now, but I do have her. I'm not sure where she's at. I know I have a box or two at the storage unit with some dolls, so she may be there. But that would be Sunjul. Also, there's Tropical Splash, which is similar to these, but of course in a different bathing suit, different earrings, very tropical looking, but not tropical from 85. This is Tropical Splash from 94. So yeah, this is Sparkle Beach. And her bathing suit sparkles. She's in this beautiful yellow. I really like it. I just don't like her face quite as much, the way they painted it, and her bangs are a little in her base and all that. Now, by the way, real quick, this doll I think I've shown before. This is a mystery doll. I still don't know for sure which doll this is. Now, it could be lots of different dolls, but here's a really good, hopefully, look at her face. She's in a dress that, I probably redressed her, but if anybody knows which Kira Miko this is, let me know. Her hair is very straight, at least right now. Sort of two-tone, with a lot of them are. Well, and I would say that, compared to this, which is pretty much black, this one is much lighter, and it's a more brown with, like I said, a couple tones in there. Now, I also want to mention I missed one 1989 doll that I meant to show. I mentioned her, which is UNICEF. They had in 1989 box date, probably out in 90, this set here with UNICEF. And in this case, they had the Barbie and the Kira. And I just realized this isn't Kira. I thought this one was. I think I picked up the wrong one. But they do have a Kira in this. I think this is the... Let me just double check. I forgot to turn my light back on, by the way. Let me see if I can do that real quick. We have light. I have a remote now, by the way. Yeah, this is not the Kira. This is the Teresa doll. So it doesn't really say their names that I see, unless I'm missing it. But anyway, the Kira looks obviously a lot like this, but that's not the Kira. So let's put her to the side. I picked up the wrong one. And then we go back, however, on the other side of things, speaking of 1995, we have Polynesian Barbie. And, I don't know if... Do most people think of Polynesian as an Asian doll? I guess I do, but sometimes people don't, maybe. I don't know. But this is considered an Asian doll, and it does have the Asian face, and a lot different looking. And, of course, the outfit is Polynesian. It talks about, that on the back. So this, again, is part of the special edition Dolls of the World collection. I don't know that they were calling it still that then, but anyway, that's Polynesian. And then in 96, we got Japanese Barbie. Now, I think, yeah, I showed you a 1984 Japanese in part 1, who I obviously... is exquisite. I like her honestly better than this doll. And the kimono on this one is nice, but that one was just nicer in all ways, I think. But yeah, here's another Japanese, and of course it shows you other dolls are available at the time. including the Indian, the Mexican, German, Norwegian, etc. They did Irish multiple times, unfortunately. You know, there are a few of them they did a few too many times, and there's so many countries I wish they would have spread the wealth. And that was, let's see, that was Japanese from 96. Then we go to, I showed you Flying Hero from 95 in the first video, so I'm not going to show you her again. There was also a Princess Kira that I have, but I don't know where I have her. She was really a cute doll from 95 as well. Then we move over to, we already said 96 Japanese, and 97 we have Arctic Barbie. Here she is. I realize I have two of these, so I may put one for sale. The color here is a little different on the other one, and also this is more of a cream than a yellow. Otherwise, she looks very similar. Here's the back of the box. Of course, it shows a polar bear. I guess that goes with the Arctic. But it tells you Arctic Barbie in northern Canada, one of the coldest places, including Canada and Alaska. My people are called Inuits. I think I'm saying that right. Inuits. We also live in Greenland and extreme parts of Siberia, northeastern parts of Siberia. So yeah, there's a lot more information on the back. And as you know, that's one of the things I really like about this series. It gave people so much great information. And let's see, that was 97. And in 1998, I have a Butterfly Kira. I'm not sure where she is right now, so I don't have her to show you, but Butterfly Kira was from that set where they all had little sort of fake tattoos, and they put little fake tattoos for the kid in there that could be kind of stuck on, you know, and then come off later. Moving Grooven, I've got one of those to show you. I'll come back to her in just a minute. But I want to next show you Very Velvet Kira. Very Velvet Kira from 1999. So, you know, this video is focusing on the 90s Barbies, or a great portion of them. There were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, at least 15 Asian dolls. 16. There's number 16. Wait a minute, I didn't count the dolls of the world. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. At least 21 Asian dolls in the 90s. And this is one of them. Kira from the Very Velvet series that you see here on the back. Kira is one of my favorites from this. I really like all of these except the Barbie, but I just don't like her bangs in the front, and her face isn't that great. But I like the Kira and the Teresa really best in this. And I recently opened the Nikki, I think she's called, or Christy. Christy. And I have her out of the box now. So she's right here and right there. So yeah, Very Velvet is very kind of classy. Most of these are really nice, but she's really elegant, I think. Okay, so that is the Very Velvet. And then I do have one other Asian Barbie from the Dolls of the World to show you from that time period. And I got my little handy duster here for when I'm dusting as I go. Tai Barbie. Now talk about a great costume. I mean, if this was in the costume contest at Miss Universe, she'd probably be in the top. She'd probably have a lot more behind her too, like a whole train of things, because they're just, you know, so involved these days. But yeah, that familiar face with this wonderful tie costume, just a stunning doll. And they had kind of changed the shape of the boxes at that point, so I really like those. Here's some of the ones from that series, including Polish, I believe this is Chilean, let me double check, yeah, and Native American but there were more than that. So that's just some of them. So yeah, there's Tai Barbie, and that was from 98. And then we have this one here, which, let me double check the date on this one, because there's one or two, where's my little magnifying glass is gone, but I have these glasses on, so let's see. So we'll just touch on the 2000s, start them with the year 2000 and Picture Pockets, Kira. So, you know, Kira was still going strong way into at least 2000. Friend of Barbie, it says. You know, they all have these dresses, and here's a picture of the whole set where they have pockets for pictures, I guess you could say. And let's see, punch out cool flower-shaped pictures, fill Kira dolls' pockets with favorite pictures. So yeah, there's just all kinds of things you can do with this little gadget in here, I'm sure. Here's her look, which is, she's got kind of a yellowish green eyeshadow to match her dress, I'd say. Here's what her dress looks like. It's rather long. It's actually more a top and a skirt, not a dress. So yeah, there's from the year 2000. And then the last doll that I think I have to show you in this group, before I grab a couple other dolls, is this one. Now, this is the one I've looked all over this box, and I still cannot find a year. And it's got to be on here somewhere, and I'm just, oh, I just found it. 2003. So actually, this is another one from the 2000s. So this is when they got the Princess collection of Dolls of the World, and this is Dolls of the World Japan, Princess of Japan, I mean. And boy, is she an interesting looking doll. And again, so, you know, here, where did that other Japanese one go that I just had? Here she is. You can see the difference. I mean, I really like this one better than this one. This one is more doll playish and definitely a more playline kimono. This one is much more realistic looking, and I just like her so much better. The face is very different. That's not, I'm sure, the Kira face mold. Does anybody know what mold that is? I don't. So she is amazingly just exquisite. And look at some of the other dolls in that series, which I have some of these, not all of these. So I have 4 other dolls I want to show you that are miscellaneous. I'm not sure who they are, but I'm just showing you lots of Asian dolls today. And this one is really cute. Again, not sure who she is. I like this outfit. I wonder if this outfit is that, what is that, live action? I wonder if this is from the live action series. Does anybody know? That's what it reminds me of, but I don't think it is. But here's the Kira, or Miko. Okay, and then, now, so we mentioned, let's see, which doll was it? I think it was the Sunjul. I think this is Sunjul Kira, but in a tropical bathing suit. I'm not positive. Did Sunjul have star earrings? I'll have to look her up again. But this could be her, and her face does look a little different. It's definitely not tropical. Excuse me. And then 2 more as we finish up today, part 2 of this Asian Dolls Friends of Barbie. So again, I don't know which one this is. If anyone knows who this is, let me know who spotted red and white outfit Asian doll is. Here's her face. She doesn't have any earrings. Now, she's straight-armed, as are most of these dolls. So I do believe most of these are from Beach series, but it could be from something else. You know, even this picture pocket doll has straight arms, so, and she doesn't have any earrings, but I don't really think any of these look like her. Okay, and then last but not least, who's redressed in a fashion avenue. Now, I'm pretty sure I do know who this is. I think this is the Western Fun Nia doll, and I don't still have her. I put her back up over here, about there. And anyway, I think that's who this is, but she's redressed in this outfit because it's winter now wherever she lives. So she looks really cute in that, and she looks really good. These Asian dolls look good in so many colors. But I do think certain colors look better, like this light blue. This pink looks okay, but that green and other colors from Picture Pockets looks really good on her. So certain colors are just going to look better. Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this travel down the history lane of all these different Asian dolls, and we certainly didn't touch on every one. Another one that I meant to show you is Movin' Grooven, and let me just grab her real quick. This is actually the perfect Asian doll to end on. And this is Movin' Grooven Kira, who is from 1998, box date. So she's got these metal-looking hoop earrings, Beautiful face. I just love her look. It's really interesting how they differentiate these. And she's got this blue and pink, which is funny. I was just talking about blue and pink looking good on her. Well, here she is in blue and pink. That lighter pink I don't think looks as good, but that looks okay. This one looks better, I think. She's got a really nice full ponytail going on. And I guess this is a ponytail, sort of. Her hair's just pulled back, really. Metal type jewelry, like I said, and part of a great series where they each had different color, but sort of a tiger stripe looking outfit in a way, I guess I'd call that. But I hope you have enjoyed this trip down this history of Kira and the Asian dolls, all of the names we talked about, and just a reminder that Surf City Kira was the last one in 2000 before they brought her back in 2005 for Fashion Fever, and by 2010 they were gone. But, a few more to mention from the 90s, and, they got into the Made to Move in 2015, the Barbie style also in 2015, Amazing Nails 2001, which was Leah, Soccer Kira, Ocean Friends Kira, Sit and Style Kira. So, I could really do a part 3, but honestly, most of these I don't have. I do have Picture Pockets, Amazing Nails, Rio Beach, I believe, and, of course, the Asian Fashionista male. Oh, I wanted to mention that. From 2019 was the first, other than the Samurai Japanese male that they did, which I used to have and unfortunately sold, they made the first Playline male Asian doll in 2019 with the Asian Fashionista. This one was concentrated on the female doll, so I didn't bring him in. But yeah, it's been interesting to do this research and to really look at this and to realize just how many they are. I mean, if you look at this page is full of Kira dolls and all the Asian dolls. And then this one, it's just this part down here. This is something else. But, that's a lot of dolls. But this first page is just the 80s and 90s. So that's like 26 dolls besides the Dolls of the World, and there were 10 of those. So, I mean, that's at least 36 dolls, and I could have missed somebody. So anyway, again, very full. I hope you really have enjoyed it. If so, would you please give a like to this video, and don't forget to subscribe and share if you want to on a page, and spread the word about Barbie Dolls of the Week. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.